What up, G Life fam? It's your boy MC Shadow. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist, all that good stuff. Now, this video is not a video for me to try to prove a point or prove a case or to prove somebody wrong or none of that. It's just to give my point of views and my point of views only. These are my opinions only. But that way people get an understanding of where I'm coming from. You get what I'm saying? Because what I do get a lot is a lot of people not understanding, or a lot of people think that I'm the devil or I'm evil and promoting stuff like that. Like, first of all, on my channel, I don't promote gang activity or none of that. I simply speak on it, give people knowledge, show respect to those who are fallen and to those who are stuck doing all day behind the walls. You feel me? And to tell the morros to stay in school, because this shit ain't no joke and this shit ain't worth it. And give everybody glesha, homie. You know what I mean? If you're seeing it, like if I'm promoting it, whatever, then that's your pedo. You know what I mean? Now, but that's besides the point. What I want to talk about is I had made a video, and I have gotten some backlash in the comments and stuff like that, because I had said I don't believe in religion or none of that. I'm a man of science. Now, what does that mean? It means that I don't believe in the Bible and church and the God and all of that. But now, that doesn't make me like an atheist. I'm not saying that like all of that shit is stupid or those who follow that are dumb. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I respect people's points of views and opinions. I never insult. Not only do I never insult, I know what religion is made for. Like, I know why it's established. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's a really, really good thing. I think its creation was good. To help humanity and society. You feel me? Even though I feel like governments have used it and corrupted it for their means and their benefits. You know what I mean? Now, what do I mean by that? Meaning, an example. My boy, it's kind of like a university or anything like that. You need to pay to put your churches there and your schools there, right? You got to pay for it, so you don't own the land. The city, the government owns the land. Yeah, we'll let you put a university there. We'll let you put a church there. But it has to be able to coexist with my beliefs, and what I believe in. Me meaning the landowner. Meaning, if I don't want you teaching that, or if I don't want you talking about that, you ain't gonna talk about it, and you ain't gonna teach that. If not, I'm shutting this bitch down. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't wonder why when the priest is up there talking whatever, he chooses certain verses to recite. You know what I mean? They don't talk about certain things. You know what I mean? Because the LGBTQ whatever community could vouch for that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some churches that backlash that. Now, I'm not defending them or anything like that. Like, my personal beliefs is I don't give a damn about them. I'm not worried about them. They're never in my mind. I don't give a damn who the hell they're dating or what the hell they're doing with their own lives. You know what I mean? I'm living my life, dog. I ain't worrying about nobody else's life. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that when they speak about church and the Bible and the Word and everything like that, it completely contradicts their beliefs already in view and how they view them people and what they do with their lives. It's so full of contradiction. But every time you bring up contradiction, people are always quick to be like, no, you just gotta believe in the word of the Lord, and this is the word of the Lord. They shut you down completely. Like, instead of listening to you, like how they say, like, let's listen, and all the advice that they give when it's now something, now when it goes against something that they view differently, all of a sudden they just want to shut it down completely. And it's like, what happened? I thought like we were having a discussion and it was peace and everything like that. What happened to that? All of a sudden that's out the window. You know what I mean? Or even talking about war heroes or everything like that. You put your hand on the Holy Bible, talking about that, protect and peace and everything like that, and all this and that. But then you as president, whatever, you declare war on other countries where millions and millions of people get slaughtered, and doesn't it say right there, thou shalt not kill? Yeah, but yeah, everyone cheers for the war heroes and celebrates and everything like that. They're murderers, aren't they? It's kind of like the death penalty as well. Like, they vote on the death penalty. How are you guys religious? You're taking another man's life because your vote is like squeezing the trigger. I thought thou should not kill. The contradiction is ridiculous. The lack of evidence is ridiculous. That's why I'm just a man of science. You feel me? Like, I'm attacking religion there because that's where government gets it and twists it at their means. But the people that actually believe in religion, I respect their points of views, and see, it's because it helps people, because there's some people in this world that need help, that need something to hold on to, that need they just need something to hold on to, you know what I mean? And I can't be mad at religion for that. Like, I think that, like, hey, if people sometimes need a little bit of help to hold on to, like, why take that from them, homie? You know what I mean? The reason I just you know, don't believe in it, whatever, is I'm a man of science. You know, I study psychology and philosophy. You know, and just that the psychology says otherwise. You know what I mean? Because they do it because it's kind of like when they're trying to convince you, you know, to believe in God. Like, you have to, like, don't you know you'll go to hell and everything like that? It's like they're trying to convince you so much. It's because they fear going to hell. They fear that, and it's like, how could this person not fear that? You know what I mean? So the only reason why you're being nice, or the reason why you're being humble, and the reason this and that, is because you don't want to go to hell, and you're trying to save yourself a seat up in heaven. You know, because of the promises, because they promised you a life of peace, they promised you forever with your loved ones, and they promised you that when you die, it's like you're gonna be living again for the rest of your life. So technically, you're not even dead. You get to live forever. You're immortal. That's the wish that they promise you. So and people, because it sounds nice, you know, living forever. That sounds lovely. You know what I mean? And with peace and no pain in it, that sounds beautiful. Who wouldn't want to do that? You know what I mean? But that's a false promise and a false dream. You know, look, I believe that man is naturally good. A man is good. I don't believe that if you take out religion that the world will go to shit. I honestly believe that because, you know, with our feelings, just the way that we function as humanity, I believe man is good. You know what I mean? I believe if you're a good person, good things will happen to you because you're more ease-minded, you're more clear-minded, so you can think things better. So it allows you to make better choices compared to where you're a bad person. It's your own paranoia, your own ego, and all that, because your mind is just clouded because of all the negativity you surround yourself with, and you think that others will do the same thing that you do to others. Therefore, it makes you paranoid. That's why you pick bad choices. That's why bad things keep happening to you. You know what I mean? Because they just are not able to comprehend that, and that's why they have a life of, I guess, sin. You feel what I'm saying? I believe that people could do bad things and redeem themselves. I believe in humanity. I don't believe that, you know, people are naturally evil and stuff like that. Do evil things happen? Yeah, there's a lot of sickos in this world. You know what I mean? But that's only because we don't understand the psychology behind it. You know, still, you know what I mean? But, you know, evidence is this and evidence is otherwise. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I view it. I'm not saying that my way is the right way. Your way could be the right way. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that is like, you have to how can I say, you have to find Christ in your life before you die. So like, look, from everything that you guys have told me about the holy man, is that if I die and I still be like this, then he'll forgive me once I reach the gates. And if he doesn't, then he is not what you guys said he was. Because that, you know, like, oh, so the person's in the person who's supposed to have love in his heart and all this and that is gonna and how do people know that he's gonna turn you away and stuff like that? Because somebody wrote that in a book. I mean, anybody could write anything in a book. You know, that's what I'm saying. Do I believe in Jesus? Hell yeah. Jesus, as a matter of fact, Jesus was the first philosopher. He's everything that philosophy is, Jesus created, because he was very intelligent. He was, you know, there's people that are born with high IQs. He was very, very intelligent. You know what I mean? The way he just kicked back and just viewed life and everything like that. Anybody could be a philosopher. You know, it doesn't take a genius to be a philosopher. You know, you just really have to be able to understand things and just kick back and see how everything works. You get me? You don't have to understand every purpose behind it, but you understand the picture, pues. And Jesus had that. You know what I mean? He was so intelligent and far ahead of his time, and he knew that. As he kept living, he understood that. You get what I'm saying? And he was so humble. He knew he was gonna forever live, but through his words, you know. And that's what philosophy is. Philosophy is also being able to break things down for people to understand it, right? Like if he tried to like explain it to these people who really lack the education and lack the sharp mind, he was gonna it was, to them it was gonna sound like he was speaking gibberish. So he had to find a way to explain these stories for they could understand them, and that's why he told tales of like the giants and everything like that, because it all made sense. It's kind of like saying the rabbit and the hare. If you read that story, it's basically telling you, you know, to don't live life fast, because even if you live it slow, at the end you'll be the one that's waiting, and there's these people that are on the fast lane, but then they end up going to shit and they end up losing. It teaches you things, all these little, you know, things, they teach it to you. But see, if you try to explain that to a child, like when you go in depth in it, they're not gonna understand it. But if you explain it this way with the turtle and the hare, they're able to comprehend it. You get what I'm saying? That story is falsely, obviously it's a false story, but they get the lesson behind it, what it was trying to show them. Same with the Bible stories. You get what I'm saying? It's a great tool for philosophy. It's full of nothing. The Bible is a really, really good book. I do recommend people read it because it's full of a lot of philosophy. I'm not saying that it's true what's in there. I'm saying the purpose and the lessons that it teaches you, those are real. You know what I mean? Everything else is just, you know, added there for people to comprehend. You know, but that's my point of view in that. I'm not saying that I'm right, and like I said, that is just how I view it. So just because I don't go to church, or I'm not religious, or I don't believe in all that, doesn't mean that I'm a bad person, or I'm promoting violence, or I'm an asshole. You know, I think I made a gang of mistakes and everything like that. We live and learn, you feel me? But like I said, I don't believe in none of that. My wife, she's Christian. You know, she takes my kids to church, she goes to church, or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't go, you know. She respects my beliefs, and I respect hers. I don't ever talk bad about it, you know, like that, you know, whatever. And she doesn't do it to me either, you know what I mean? And that's one thing she even says too, like, how is it that these people are holy people and go to church and everything like that, and they want to be out there judging everybody? You know, a real holy person doesn't do that. And she's right, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be talking all this ill stuff about other people just because they don't believe in what you believe in, but you want to say that you're a man of religion. It doesn't work like that, bro. It sounds like you have a lot of hatred in your heart still, you know what I mean? And it sounds like that's what you be promoting, but you're throwing it on me that I'm the one that's promoting it just because I don't view it your way. That's already you know, stubborn, arrogance, you know, a whole lot of bad traits. You know what I mean? While I always respect people, yet I always end up getting the short end of the stick back. You know, just because they're not able to see, like, how is it possible that you don't believe in religion and God and stuff like that, and you can still be a good person? Yeah, that's because I believe in the will of humanity. But you know, this is just something. It's not a video to like convince people otherwise. This video is more for people to get an understanding of where I'm coming from, and you know, my side and how I view things and stuff like that. You get what I mean? Because even what they say, you know, what Jesus gave his life for is because, you know, Caesar wanted everyone to bow to him like a king. He wanted everyone to praise him like a god. When Jesus seen that wrong, Jesus see that, nah, man, you should let people live how they want to live, and everyone should be their own person and believe in whatever they want to believe in. So that's why he rebelled against Caesar. So why would Jesus want you to praise him like a god when that was what he was rebelling against, what Caesar wanted? So why would he ask the same from you? You get what I'm saying? You know, his message was that don't let somebody tell you otherwise. Be your own person, have your own opinions, believe in what you want. That was his message, not this other one. You know, that the other one is pitched by government just to keep everybody in line. You know, you get what I'm saying? But that's just my point of view in it. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? And I can only tell you how it is. Like I said, I know this video will probably get a lot of dislikes. A lot of people won't be fond of it and stuff like that. I'm not promoting violence. I'm not promoting that all of this is wrong and it's fake and you're an idiot for believing. I'm not promoting none of that. I respect it. I give everybody their respects. I tip my hats off to you guys. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what I believe in. You get what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that I'm an ass or my kids are gonna be devils or not, because you know they're fabulous. You know, I think I do a pretty good job. But you get what I mean? Like, you know, just to get an understanding of like where these people are coming from, because sometimes I guess people think that, you know, just because we say it like that, like, oh, these people are the worst, or they do all kinds of bad shit. Like, no, right? That's not how it works. It sounds like you need to get to know us, kind of like you said we need to get to know you guys. At least I read the Bible and I studied the roots of religion and church and everything, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking out of my ass. You get what I'm saying? And I think it's a great book. I think people should read it. It's full of a lot of good lessons and you know, and all that. But it's just not for me. It's just not what I believe in, and I still have my own demons and stuff that I still battle with, and you know, I still keep it from my neighborhood, proud to represent my barrio and everything like that. Like I said, I still have my own battles that I go through. But I believe in man, and I believe we could conquer anything. You know what I mean? But it's one day at a, you know, one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why I studied the psychology behind it, because I understand the philosophy now, getting to understand the psychology of why I have this attachment to loyalty that I do. You know what I mean? Psychological. But I'm just saying, you know, it's a short one. You know what I mean? Just giving my point of view. MC Shadow, we out.